go. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another volume of Diarrhea of a Madman. And yeah, I'm back. So is my diarrhea. If you've been wondering or paying attention to the show. Sorry, I'm adjusting the microphone. Hopefully the audio, working my audio. I'm getting better at this shit. At least I think I am. Uh, but yeah, can hey, what do we have to talk about? Man, I do all this talking in my head before I come in here and actually spew it, and can't remember half of like it goes so good in my head, and then I come in here and it just anyway. Headlines. We talked about it before. Hulk Hogan, Ozzy Osbourne, and Malcolm Jamal Warner all died. People talking about, hey, check on your friends, but were raised in the '80s. A buddy of mine, Ferg, yeah, jokingly, how you doing, kind of thing, because born and raised in the '80s. And I got to thinking about these entertainers. Like, look, they're regular people. They fucking die. Okay, they're old people and they fucking die. That's what happens. Because they're entertainers, they make big headlines. Okay, I get that. But also, what is everyone fucking boo-hooing about? Neither one of them have done anything that got them famous for like 20 fucking years. Ozzy did that concert, that tribute concert to it was his last concert, and raised about 100, the most the most money ever for a charity. And I'm gonna get to that in a second. Write that down. Charity. Um, but yeah, and then Hulk Hogan's only in the news, the most recently for just the most fucked up racist shit. So when they die, I don't fucking care. I really don't. I haven't enjoyed anything that they haven't entertained me in over 20 years. So, it sucks that old people fucking die. It sucks that people that you watched as a child fucking die. But man, it's no different than hanging out with a neighbor that fucking died, but nobody gives a shit about that. So I'll drink to it, but whatever. God damn it. Yeah. Probably should have just drank it. I need the protein. And yeah, uh, follow me on Twitter. This is Real Drink. I got 2 days in sober because I'd been drinking. I realized I'm retired. Look, been retired for 5 years, so it's totally not totally different. But I realized that I have had a drink every day for at least a year. So why not see what happens if I just a couple days? Not because I'm sick or anything. Just you know what? I'm not gonna have a fucking drink. And it fucking sucked. It's, the first day was the worst. Um, the second day wasn't too bad. Um, but yeah, and then day three, I was like, I need to put out some content. I don't think I'm fucking funny or smart or any creative, I think is the word I'm looking for, unless I have had some type of mind altering whatever. And I know that is so stupid to say, but my regular brain is just, I don't know, man. Like, I don't like it. It's a lot more fun to be like this. Anyway, we'll get to that on a different day, maybe. So, oh, okay. So going back to the charity concert thing, Ozzy Osbourne raised like $120 million or something like that for Parkinson's, something that he's been dealing with for years, something that we all made fun of him for realizing because he was on that show, The Osbournes, one of the original fucking uh, reality TV things. But they raised $120 million for Parkinson. And I would think that $120 million should fucking cure that, right? I mean, I want to see progress with that. I want to see what 120 million fucking dollars does to Parkinson's. My grandfather died of Parkinson's. I really didn't get to know him because he died of Parkinson's uh before I was like 4. And I'm saying good for that. I'm all for the charity shit, but I am not a firm believer in thinking that all that money actually goes to figuring out what the fuck is wrong. Because there have been so many, like St. Jude, all these other fucking places. We've been dumping money into cancer research for God knows how long. Yeah, it's gotten better, but you would think, I think the amount of money we've been putting into it we should have more cures than we do. I just don't think things are adding up. So good for the charity concerts, but you know, I just don't. I think they should. I think they should take it in like a financial aspect. Okay, hear me out. Now, what I learned in basic finance shit was like when you're in debt, what you do is you pay off your least amount owed first. Okay, you make minimum payments on all your larger shit, and then you make bigger payments on like if you owe $1,000 and that's the lowest amount you owe, you pay that one off first and you pay it off quickly. And then it's a snowball effect, I believe is what it's called. And then you take money that you were paying into uh, that $1,000 debt and you roll it into what you were your next highest debt. So your next highest debt may be $1,000. Whatever you were paying on that $1,000 now goes towards what the minimum payment you were making on that $8,000. Now you're making payments towards principal. Okay, it's a whole thing. But I think we should do that with fucking curing these diseases. Why not? Like, if the money's being spread out that much, why not just take a little bit more from these other ones and let's cure these small ones faster, and then we just snowball it and then we cure everything. I know it's not the way that most people like because what's the saying that it's more lucrative to treat the you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Whatever the fuck's going wrong with you than it is to cure the disease. So symptoms. There it is. I got it. And we're back. Okay. Um Speaking of recent dead people, since we're on that subject, second baseman, longtime second baseman, Hall of Famer, Ryan Sandberg passed away recently from I believe it was blood cancer. But my family grew up with White Sox through and through. South Side of Chicago. Uh, we moved, and it didn't matter. The only problem. What I'm trying to get at is I have a bunch of Ryan Sandberg cards. I am a closet fucking Ryan Sandberg fan, and I don't think a lot of my family knows this. Maybe my brother. Um, and I had to keep this a secret because in my family, we were, and I'm talking like cousins, all that shit. And in Chicago, we were such Southside Irish, Chicago fucking White Sox fans that it bled into who our football team was going to be because there were parts of my family that refused to root for the Chicago Bears. They were Green Bay Packers. It doesn't make sense, right? Like, why the fuck would people from Southside Chicago go for the Packers when you have the Bears right there? And this is why, because when the Chicago Bears first arrived into Chicago, I think they were the Cardinals. I don't know. I don't know the history, but I know this much: there was no Soldier Field, so where the Chicago Bears played, they played at Wrigley Field. And so there were parts of my family that said, I will never root for a team that calls Wrigley Field home. So even when the Bears built Soldier Field and had their own stadium, they were already Packers fans. And they're like, you're not going to switch. It doesn't fucking matter. So growing up was fun. We'd go back to Chicago and visit the family and be Packers and Bears. I think my uncle's skit was Green Bay Packers. I can't be for sure on that. It was either that or he had a grill. It was like a Green Bay Packers helmet. I was too young. I don't remember, but uh, so yeah, um, I'm a huge Ryan Sandberg. So much so, and I'm gonna prove it because when somebody dies, everyone likes to come out on social media and they're like, "Oh, this," and I knew him, and I always loved this guy, and it feels like you're making it about you more than about them. So check this out. I've got this book here that I had in my chest. Hold on, I gotta move my other items. Got some fucking Iraqi money, got some Turk money. I'm gonna talk about that here in a minute. Yeah. So this is an old ass fucking binder. If you're only listening, trust me, it's old. Oh, excuse me. Open it up, and it's got you know plastic pages where you put all your baseball cards in. And the first lineup is all my Nolan Ryan cards. Nolan Ryan's cool. He was cool. You flip it over, and I've got everything in sync. So we're sitting now at there's 3, 6, 9. Yeah, there's 9 fucking cards per page, and I've got 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of Ryan Sandberg cards to include. I don't know if you guys ever seen this. Wonder Bread used to put baseball cards in loaves of bread, and they couldn't put the team logo on there, but they could put the man's name. I have got a Ryan Sandberg Wonder Bread card. That's probably pretty fucking rare, right? This whole book is probably worth, geez, around, I would think $7, but it's really cool. I mean, yeah, I love the guy. I always wanted to play second base. Always wanted to play second. I played baseball, and I think that was the only position I never played was second base, and it killed me. Like I even pitched at one time. I think it was probably fucking t-ball, which doesn't really count, but it was a pitcher's mound, so I was there. But yeah, I don't think I ever played second base, and that sucks. So to Ryan Sandberg and his family, you know, later. Moving on. I told you about the Iraqi money. Check this out. I should have brought gloves because I don't know where the fuck this goddamn cash has been. Could be like that movie Three Kings. It probably was up some Iraqi's ass or whatever. But this is it's only 250. Then okay, wait. Yes. Iraqi dinar. It, it spells 50. Ah, damn it. I was wrong. It does say 50. It looked like 50. Fitty. Well, that would have been so great. So, excuse me. This is the central bank of Iraq. 250 dinars. It's worth nothing. But it's pretty cool. Still got Saddam on there, and it's got some Arabic. And I think that's Saddam's signature. I don't know. I don't know if they had his shit on the money, but funny story about this crap. Um, both deployments. The first time I was in Kuwait, and then the second time I was in Iraq. And both times people were talking about, hey, you need to buy dinar because once they get the government set up, the money's going to be worth because it's going to be the American dollar. So dudes were fucking throwing their money into, God knows what. I don't know who the fuck they were giving it to because they weren't getting this shit back. I like a couple of guys had like some, but uh, most of the time, if they didn't have it, no, they thought it was going to be worth way more. So they're putting their fucking pay, the American dollars, fucking Iraqi dinar, and uh, you fucking idiots, because it didn't go anywhere, right? Huh? How you feeling? Ew, now my hands smell all weird. I was handling that money. I'm not touching that Turkish one now. I have a Turkish like 500,000, whatever the fuck that means in Turk. I don't know how I got that. I don't remember ever going to Turkey. So I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't remember. Maybe I was there. Ooh. I do have a photo. You probably can't see it. Let's zoom in really quick. But this is a photo I took while serving in Afghanistan. I was at Fob Shank, RC East. It was near Pakistan border, not close. It was near. And I was going through this yard, and I found a fucking marijuana plant, some Afghan fucking bud, man. And this thing was maybe a foot and a half tall, but it was growing out of fucking ground. I never thought that you could grow weed that way. There was always rumors growing up, like, oh, there's a weed plant outside fucking McDonald's drive-through because people would throw their seeds out, which is all bullshit. Never happened. One of those urban legends. That's what it is. But yeah, this thing, man. Um, I kept my eye on it for a while, and then I, I almost grabbed some of it and smoked it, but we were having, for some fucking reason, maybe this reason, we had a lot of piss tests while in Afghanistan. One of them was really fun. I was going out to pee. My buddy Joey was the meat gazer, so he had to watch me, piss in a cup. And we were going out, and we had to do it in these porta johns. So we had to keep the porta john door open. And Joey's watching me. I have my dick out, and all of a sudden, there is no alarm because the Afghans figured out the way the alarm works. It's like an umbrella over the base, over the fob, but and it detects like mortars or rockets that come in like this, not rockets that come in under. So they like, so there was like cliffs on the side. Or anyway, they got a rocket in without setting off any alarms. And this motherfucker hit. I couldn't see it because there's a porta john along the way, but there's a porta john, a Hesco, and then say 50, 80 yards, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. But what I do remember is that fucking truck. It hit a pickup truck. This rocket just goes boom. I got my dick out. Joey's fucking turned. I dive out of the porta john and we both drop my dick in the actual fucking dirt and shrapnel coming out or through around dropping around us and picture of it. It was right next to the picture of that. We fucking, got up after the initial blast and after we heard all the shrapnel kind of ran to this bunker. Uh, yeah, that was, how the fuck did I get? Oh, the Afghan weed from piss testing. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a fun time. My dick was in the actual dirt of Afghanistan. Glad no one else was out there watching. Everyone else was inside, man. They had to come outside and get in the bunker with us. And then this fucking douchebag sergeant man, staff sergeant man, MANN, goofy ass motherfucker. If I ever see him again, I'll knock his fucking ass out. He looked like if you've ever seen Weird Science, remember the dude who apologizes when he's with the biker gang, and when the biker gang leaves, he's like, "Sorry." He's got like this cone head. That's fucking Sarn Man. This dude proceeds to be like, "Oh my god, were you scared?" While I'm still fucking shaking because there was a piece of shrapnel that Joey and I found that was the size of my palm that ripped right, that's like right in between us, and he was like, fucking making fun of us, like, cause we were like shaking, like the fuck. And then come to find out, Sarn man, you big pussy. Someone heard you on the phone talking to your wife, fucking crying like a little bitch, even though you came out like 2 months late because you had sleep apnea. You fucking loser. Anyway, moving on. I've got some cool shit here. Uh, if you are a uh, lover of Spawn and Todd McFarlane and hockey, I have here three still in the package. They are Slapshot. So they're the Hanson brothers, not the Mbop ones, the fucking real dudes. From the movie Slapshot. I got them all. Which one's here? This one. They put their movie names on them. We'll get to there in a second. Jack Hansen, Steve Hansen. I think something got in there. I don't know why these ones are yellow and this one stayed clear. Jeff Hansen. I met these dudes before I joined the army in like late 90s. Only two of them, uh, only two of them are brothers, and their last name is not Hansen. They're Carlson. There's Dave Hansen in the middle. He's the guy who they changed the name to Jack in the movie, and then you got fucking Steve over there and Jeff over there. Met them. Fucking cool shit. Said to John, old time hockey. That was cool. So yeah, dude, those are created by the guy who does like the Spawn figures and shit. He did those for Slapshot. And I don't know, those may be worth something to someone. I don't know if the yellow is affecting whatever the hell's on the inside, but eh, whatever. Damn, we're 24 minutes in. I'm late as fuck. All right, I'm gonna say this and then I'm getting the fuck out of here. There's a tsunami thing going on in Hawaii. Supposedly fucking Oprah wouldn't open up her damn fucking driveway to let people like escape the fucking tsunami. So you fucking rotten bitch. These people talk about, oh, we need to help this and help that, and then there comes a time when you can actually fucking help and they do nothing. So Oprah, go fuck yourself, you fucking bitch. Like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. Bye.